Hey y'all, I'm Mandy and this is Mandy in the Making. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another What's for Dinner. I'm gonna make 3 really easy and delicious meals for you. For our first meal this week, we're doing Taco Tuesday, but we're doing a twist on tacos. These are healthy turkey tacos. And I'm also gonna do a side of the super easy Mexican rice that I've made multiple times on my channel. Let's get that started first and I'll show you that really quickly. Okay, so I've got this saucepan I'm gonna heat to about medium high. I'm gonna add a little bit of vegetable oil. For this recipe, we're gonna need 1 cup of white rice. This is a 1/4 cup measure. And we're just gonna cook this with the vegetable oil for just a couple of minutes, maybe 3 to 4 minutes tops, and just until it gets translucent and a little crispy. Okay, to our rice, we're gonna add in 1.5 cups of chicken broth, 8 ounces of tomato sauce. I've got a teaspoon of garlic salt, a teaspoon of chili powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. We're gonna bring this up to a boil. Give it a good stir. Now that it's come up to a boil, I'm gonna turn it down to almost low. I'm gonna stir it one last time and put the lid on it, and it's just gonna simmer over here for about 25 minutes while we do the rest of the cooking. Okay, for this recipe, it calls for onion and jalapeno. My grocery store was out of jalapeno this week, so I'm just using the canned diced jalapenos. I'm gonna chop up this onion really quickly. I'm not gonna use my dicer. Probably gonna regret that. I've got a large skillet that I am heating to medium high. I'm gonna grab my extra virgin olive oil and put about a tablespoon or so in the bottom and heat that up before I add my onion. And we're just gonna saute the onion for 3 to 5 minutes just until it gets soft. Now, if you have fresh jalapenos, you would add them in here. That way they would go ahead and soften up as well, but mine were obviously canned, so they were already soft. So I just waited until after I had pretty much sauteed my onions and then added those in. And then I'm gonna be adding in our garlic. I've got about 2 cloves minced here. I only sauteed everything together with the garlic for another minute or so. Now I'm gonna remove all of our onion mixture, set it to the side, and then we're gonna start adding in our pound of ground turkey. Just cook your turkey until it is no longer pink, and then you're gonna add in your seasonings. I've got 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 1 teaspoon of garlic salt that I'm adding in. Once I've mixed together all of the seasonings with the turkey, I'm gonna add my onion mixture back in. I'm also going to be adding an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. You could choose to do salsa instead if you wanted to. And then I'm also going to be adding in about 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I'm just going to mix all of this together really well and reduce the heat to about medium-low. And we're just going to let it kind of thicken and cook for another 5 to 8 minutes, and then it's going to be time to eat. While we wait on that to cook, I'm going to make just a little bit of guacamole type topping for our tacos. I hardly ever add the same exact ingredients into our homemade guacamole. Today we just decided we wanted to add some diced jalapeno. We really wanted this to be spicy. I'm also going to add in some garlic salt and a little bit of lime juice, and then we really wanted it super creamy today, so I'm going to add in a little bit of sour cream as well.
Here we go. Yeah, the seasonings are really, really, really good.
Got some heat to it.
It's got a little bit of diced.
A little bit of a kick to it.
Yeah, it's got some diced jalapeno in there. So.
Oh wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yes, I love the kick. I mean, you've got the garlic salt. You definitely get the garlic with the fresh garlic, or the
minced garlic.
And the garlic salt. That's definitely adding a lot of emphasis there. And of course, you've got the traditional kind of taco seasonings with the chili powder and cumin.
Yeah,
it's really good. And then of course you've got the little extra added benefit of the guacamole. That guacamole on top of this is perfect because you get the kick of the spice, and then you kind of
it cools it down.
Cools it down with the avocado, and then oh man, just a little hint of that lime juice in there with that avocado or that guacamole. It's really good.
Well, I'm really excited to give this a try. We're always looking for new ways to do a twist on Taco Tuesday, so I'm glad that this one's a hit with the guys. Let me give it a try. Well, I have to agree with the guys. This is a winner. It is so good. It definitely has a level of spice in there, so you can always leave the jalapenos out if you're not into spice, but the flavors are just perfect together. Okay, y'all, it is our second meal of the week. We are having this for lunch today. This is a recipe that Steven picked out. He saw it when I was kind of thumbing through Pinterest, and he said, that sounds good. It has a very long name. It is air fryer, chili lime, chicken thighs, and cheesy cauliflower rice. I've just gotten to where I've started to use my air fryer more and more. I used to only put like frozen French fries and frozen chicken nuggets in there, but now I'm actually cooking meat in there from raw. Hi.
Hey.
So Steven joined us, as you just saw, so he's gonna be my cameraman for lunch. Yay! Fast clap. All right, babe, I was about to film this. You wanna show them the ingredients? Let me flip you around. I'll be Vanna White. So if you notice, we're using skin on, bone in chicken thighs. He's so excited, he just realized this was the recipe that he picked out. We are going to need some fresh lime juice to go over the chicken, so let's go ahead and get that ready. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is flip these over, and we're gonna pour the lime juice on this side. Now I've got some seasonings here. I've got about a teaspoon of chili powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Mix it together. Okay, let's season both sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my air fryer and get it up to temperature. We want it to 350, so I'm just gonna preheat this for like 3 minutes or so. Now, it says to spray the skin side of the chicken with avocado oil. We're just gonna use this vegetable oil spray. While that preheats, I'm gonna go ahead and shred our cheese. This is pepper jack cheese, and I just need about a cup. That's a little more than a cup, but you know how we do. Okay, it's done preheating. Let's turn it back to 350. It turned off automatically. Okay, yes, we want it for 20 minutes. We're gonna put this in skin side down first. We'll flip it over about halfway through. Hear that good sizzle? Mm-hmm. Okay. For our cauliflower rice, we need a can of Rotel, so I'm just gonna use this. I think this is from Aldi. I need to drain it though. While our chicken is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and put our rice cauliflower in the microwave according to what it says on the back, which is 6 minutes. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna pause it, take these out and flip them.
Ooh, look at that crispy, crispy.
These are our butcher box chicken thighs, and they are looking really good.
Yes,
okay, so let's do 10 more minutes, and then at the very end, we're gonna increase the heat and crisp it up just a little bit more. Our cauliflower rice just finished in the microwave. I've got this large skillet. I'm gonna heat it to about medium high, and we're gonna heat our heavy cream. I've got half a cup of heavy cream. I'm gonna put it in here, and we're gonna bring it to a boil. Okay, into our heavy cream, we're gonna add in our Rotel. And our rice cauliflower. We're just gonna stir this around and let it kind of thicken over the next 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, it's been like 3 or 4 minutes. We're gonna add in our cheese and let that melt down. Our chicken thighs are almost done. Once they're done, it's gonna be time to eat. We're gonna check the temperature of these. Yeah, they're not quite done. These are larger chicken thighs, so I'm gonna put them back in for another, let's try 4 minutes. We'll turn it up to 375.
Winter chicken lunch. Oh man, juiciness just overflowing over here.
There's a lot of flavor in that chicken.
Mm-hmm. A lot of flavor?
Mm-hmm.
Chicken is cooked great. Love the rice cauliflower. Mm-hmm. Lots of good flavor in that. The rice cauliflower, in spite of the fact that you use the Rotel, it's still got kind of a mild heat to it. The flavor is kind of got a creamier, sort of
consistency
to it. Yeah.
So you wouldn't define this meal as spicy?
No.
Okay, but we could definitely take up the spice if we wanted to.
Yeah.
But for those who are scared of spice, they don't need to be scared of this meal.
No.
Okay.
Got a creamy consistency to it. Love the way that tomatoes actually enhance it.
Yeah.
Give it a good acidic sort of flavor to it, and
All right. Well, I'm gonna dig in. These two have really not stopped eating, so I'm gonna start. That is extremely tasty. I love the chicken thighs in the air fryer. Steven just had a comment though that I think is worth repeating. Go ahead.
yeah. So instead of using the lime juice the way we did on the chicken,
Yeah.
I would suggest maybe using the lime juice in the cauliflower mixture,
I agree.
and maybe letting it reduce a little more.
Yeah.
Just to add.
Or I mean, you could still use it on the chicken and just add some to the cauliflower rice as well. Yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
You could.
Okay. I agree. I think that would brighten it up even more. But y'all, this is really good, and I love how easy this was. Ours took a little bit longer just because our chicken thighs were so large, but very easy dinner. Okay, y'all, it is our third meal of the week, and that means it's Subbie supper night. If you're new here, Subbie Supper just stands for Subscriber Supper. So my subscribers send in one of their favorite recipes. I take a look at them. If I see one that I think we'll like, we give it a shot. They tell me a little bit about them and I share that with y'all. And it's just a segment that everyone has really come to enjoy, and you guys get to take a part in my What's for Dinner. Tonight's Subbie Supper comes from Kaylee. Kaylee is engaged to be married this September to Steven. Kaylee is in nursing school and Steven is an aircraft mechanic. They are currently building their home on a 100-acre farm in Oklahoma. They have pigs, cows, chickens, and dogs. That sounds kind of like a dream. But congratulations to you, Kaylee and Steven. We wish you the best in your upcoming marriage, and I hope that your dream house and your farm, everything goes really well. Thank you so much for sending in this recipe. Let's get started. This recipe is a really easy one. It's just called Caesar chicken, and it pretty much all goes into one dish. So I've got 3 chicken breasts here ready to go. My oven is preheated to 400 degrees. Let's season our chicken breasts. I'm just gonna use some of my favorite seasoning. She said you could just use salt and pepper and garlic powder, or whatever seasonings you want to. Salt and pepper and garlic powder are all in here. Now I'm gonna take some grated Parmesan cheese and sprinkle that on top. Lastly, I'm gonna add just a little bit of Italian seasoning on top. Now, we need about a half a cup of creamy Caesar dressing and about a 1/4 a cup of sour cream. Let's mix this together. I think I've made something similar to this before, but I have a feeling this is gonna be really good. Okay, let's pour this on top of the chicken. Okay, before it goes in the oven, we're gonna top it with a little more Parmesan cheese. Maybe a lot more Parmesan cheese. And this is gonna go in a 400-degree oven for 30 to 40 minutes, just depending on, when it gets done. This one is a little bit thicker than the other two, so we'll check it at 30 minutes. We just had a little bit of vegetable broth left, so we'll just use it up. So if this is your first time here, this is my favorite way to make green beans, and this is pretty much everybody's favorite way to make green beans once they try it. Now, the secret ingredient. That's not so secret anymore. Now some salt and pepper. We're gonna bring this up to a boil And we're basically gonna get rid of most of the liquid. Let it just cook out. And one last thing we need. What is that, babe? You remember?
Garlic powder.
Yes. Garlic powder. All right, well, just let this simmer until the chicken's done. And that's dinner.
Wow, that sauce. There is no blandness on this plate. I can promise you that right now. Tremendous flavor.
It smells so good.
The saltiness of that Parmesan cheese. And then you've got the bite of the, was it Caesar dressing?
Yeah.
You got the, and then you get the Italian seasonings, of course.
Good.
Very aromatic seasonings in there. Really good.
Cole, what you think?
I think it's pretty good.
You think it's pretty good? Well, I'm excited to give it a try. It's been smelling really good in this house with these green beans going and that Caesar dressing on that chicken. It's been smelling really good. Hasn't it, Grace? Tell them. So I already had a piece of bacon. Gracie Lou. All right, I'm gonna give it a try. These guys are pretty happy. Well, Kaylee, we thank you very much for this recipe. I have a feeling this is gonna become a staple in our house just because you can just throw it together, throw it in the oven, and you're done. I love it. It's so good. And paired with these green beans, y'all gotta try it. And that concludes this week's What's for Dinner. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up before you leave. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to join my YouTube family. Now it's time for everybody's favorite thing, the bloopers. Enjoy. Bye, y'all. While that preheats, let's go ahead and shred our cheese. Hi. Stuck. Never had this happen. Oh, there it goes. Oh. You gonna be all right? Why aren't you talking on today's video? It's like I'm just talking to myself. Give me some more paper towels.
Sure. You gotta try it. What?
He tried it like 3 or 4 times off camera and it didn't work like that. Don't. Oh gosh. Boom, baby.
Gotta get it right side up. Ah. Oh. It's not gonna.
This is our entertainment, y'all. All right, we're done.
Oh man, that was fun.
I think this is from Aldi.
Aldi?
Good gosh. I look them over. If I find one that we like or we think we'll like, that interrupted me. I was preheating the oven.
Showing up arts and crafts right there.
It's kind of fun.
Bacon mache. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yes, sir. That's why I let you do that.
Whoa, now. It's like the 4th of July up in here.